Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy VZ here, and today we are back with a video on Schedule 1. So today's video is about the best setup that you can get on the bungalow right here, with your 5 workers, and it is 8-step mixing process, growing, packaging, and mixing all in one place right here in the bungalow. It sounds crazy, and it is, and you're gonna see it after we build it. So yeah, let's get started. Anyways, to start off, we're gonna need 2 chemists, 2 botanists, 2 chemists, 2 handlers, and 1 botanist. Anyways, let's get started onto the materials. So here are the materials. Here they are. So to start off, we're gonna need 21 large storage racks. I know right here you can see there's 19, but the 2 on the outside count as 21. So we're gonna need 21 large storage racks, 2 small storage racks, and 1 medium storage rack, as you see here. Next, we're going to need 8 suspension racks, 8 moisture preserving pots, and 8 full spectrum grow lights, along with 8 mixing stations also. And then next up, we have our 5 beds for our employees, our packaging station, and our optional 22 lights that you could get over here. And with this entire setup, you'll be getting this product right here that I named this here, Shrek's Left Nut. It's actually pretty funny in my opinion. And that product will sell for around $163, but you could then upsell it for $228. And using the mix that I'm going to show you later, I actually found this to be like in the top 5 best mixes, because if you want to maximize your mixes using a range of products, weed is obviously the easiest one to sell in my opinion, but this is the best mix for meth and cocaine, so I tried it on the weed, and it also gives you the best average cost for every single weed seed. So if you just use the OG Kush seed, you'll get this price, but if you use the OG Kush, the Green Crack, the Granddaddy Purple, and the Sour Diesel, you'll get around the average price of around $160 to $165 per product after the 8-step mixing process. So you'll get this 160 something, and which again you could upsell by multiplying this number times 1.4 to get your new upsell price. Anyways, enough of the explanation. Let's get right on to the video after this purge alarm stops going off. Anyways, so you don't have to buy this, but these are optional. I forgot to mention earlier too, the total cost of this entire build is gonna be $27,185. Okay, so let's get started with the lights. So for the lights, we're just going to be putting them all around the house. As so, we're going to just be lining up the corners with these beams over here. Just like that. Okay. Then here, I like to put them on the door frames. Same thing with the door right here. And then again, right here on the door frames, and then the other ones on this door frame. Okay, and then again on this door frame right here, and then the rest I like to put on the beams, so spacing them out like so, just like this, lining them up with the corner of the beams as you see. And there you go. Okay, so now if we turn them on, you'll see that the place is very bright. Like I said before, guys, this is completely optional. You don't have to do this. I just do this for aesthetics because it makes the whole place look nicer, because as you're going to see soon, this place is going to get really messy really fast, because it is, like, in my opinion, the most efficient, the most, like, crazy setup you can get for this small area. And as you can see right here, you could even optional again buy a sign just to put your mixing recipe on in case you do forget it. I did it because I always forget it when I'm having to restock among different properties, so that's why I bought this sign and put the exact recipe here. Anyways, so this is how we're going to start it. We're going to start off first with the 8 mixing stations and the shelves that go with it. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do 1, shelf, 2 shelf, 3 shelf, all along this wall here. Then in front of them, we're going to put our 3 mixing stations here. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. So that's 1, 2, 3 shelves, 1, 2, 3 mixing stations, 1, 2, 3 shelves, and then another 3 mixing stations. Again, all aligning them, and then we're going to do another shelf right here and another mixing station right here in the middle of the room. And then our last mixing station is going to go right here, right there. And now for the packaging station, and yeah, for the packaging station, we could put it right here, right behind or right in front of these 3 large storage racks that we're going to be placing right here at the door. So right here at the door, you're going to place 1, 2, 3 storage racks like so, and then place your storage rack right here, right in front of it. I'm going to place the beds later because the beds go right here, but as you can see, since these 2 shelves that I have here for our stock is going to take a bit more space, so I'll do it at the end. Anyways, so next we have our our suspension racks for our plants. So here we have 8 pots, and we're going to have our 8 suspension racks and our 8 lights. So it's going to go like this. Right next to the door right here, the patio door, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And then into the kitchen now, we're going to continue this. We're going to do 4, 5. Then this is going to go 6, 7, and then another one right here, 8. And as you can see, those are all our suspension racks, and obviously, as you can assume, we're going to go put all of our pots right underneath them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's all of our 8 pots, and now we're going to go with the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can see, guys, it's already getting a little bit tight here because you're just going to have to maneuver between these plants. But don't worry, even though this entire setup is going to be very tight, the workers can reach every single route that you're going to be assigning to them. I tested this like 3 times, and every single time there was no issues. The only issues I had whenever I was doing it was that whenever I was like trying to move in a rush to get to like products or get to certain parts of the house, and workers were in the little pathway where you can move, you would just get stuck, or you'd have to wait for them to move out of your way. That was pretty much it. Other than that, everything works fine. Then after our plants, we're going to go again with the rest of our storage racks. So we're going to do 1, 2 over here, and these are going to be the supplies for our Botanist right here. And now for the other storage racks, we can go with our medium storage rack right here, which we're going to be placing right next to the door, like so. I like to put it right, like literally like right at the door, because it maximizes space, and depending on your output shelf, because I'm going to have 2 of them, you could choose. Depending on it is either going to be this one or this one right here, and you could have them both right at the entrance right as you walk in. So yeah, place it right here at the door, because the beds are going to be here also. And we're going to take our 2 small storage racks too. So for the 2 small storage racks, they're going to go right here in this room, right at the light switch, and right next to this mixing station right here. Next up, we have the rest of our large storage racks. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the rest are, oh yeah, they're here. So I got confused for a second. 7, and the 8th one is going to go right here, but right now we can't put it because the rest of our stuff is there. So let me actually fix that fast. Let me just do this. Anyways, okay, so yeah, let's do that. Perfect. So the 8th one is going to go right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 large storage racks right here, perfectly in the center of this door, so you could still walk in and out. And we have our 2 small storage racks right here, right in the mixing room, with all the other large storage racks right behind the mixing stations. So far pretty simple to follow, but as you can see, it is getting more and more crowded, which, don't worry, the workers will be fine. And next up, we have for our final setup for the beds, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, And then for the 5th bed, I haven't tested it where you could put it right in this little space, but I mean, if you do, as you can see right here, you yourself can't walk through it. You have to jump and stuff. I don't know if the workers can walk through this properly, but myself, this personally wouldn't bother me if the workers can get through it and I would just have to jump over it. But for a better solution, I just put the bed in here towards the center of the room. Even though it's like not perfectly centered, you can't get it directly centered. I just put it right here, and there was no issues. The workers are perfectly able to walk around this entire space. Anyways, now on to the workers. So here we are going to, let me just fix this thing one sec. Alright, so now we're at the workers. This is what we're going to do to assign the workers. Alright, so we're going to take out our clipboard right here, and we're first going to start out with the chemists. For the chemist, we're just going to assign them all beds, so let me do that fast for everyone. So assign everybody a bed, and then once you do that, we'll give them their tasks and everything that they need to do. Perfect. Alright, so after all of your workers have been assigned beds, this is what we're going to do. First off, let me say, since the bungalow only has a max of 5 workers and you only have 2 handlers, 2 chemists, and a botanist, you yourself are kind of going to be acting like a 5th handler, kind of. Because although this setup is automated, the restocking of this setup is a little bit annoying, so that's why you're going to be kind of acting like a 5th type of handler. It's the only annoying part. To me, it's just tedious. It doesn't really annoy me that much because I do it for other properties too, so it's just a part of the game in my opinion. But either way, let's get straight into it. So for the chemist, you're going to want to assign him the first 4 mixing stations in the room. So hold down Shift and then click the first 4 mixing stations like such. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the first 4 mixing stations that the first chemist is going to be working on. So then just hit enter or escape, and then you'll see that the clipboard has all 4 mixing stations as assigned to him as his stations. Next up, we have our second chemist, and as you can guess, we're going to do the exact same thing, but just with the other 4 mixing stations. So like we did before, hold down the Shift key and hit 1, 2, 3, and then our 4th mixing station is right out here, so 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 for a total of 8 mixing stations in total for this entire property. So now we just hit enter or escape again, and as you can see, all 4 mixing stations are assigned to him. So next we go back outside. Actually, no, wait, sorry. Before we do that, we go inside and we're going to want to manage all of our pots. So this is what I like to do. For the first 4 pots, again, hold down Shift and click 1, 2, 3, 4 pots. And these 4 pots, you're going to want to manage them. And here, this is all optional, honestly. If you can manage your storage shelves properly afterwards, I'll show you how to do this. But either way, so for now, just leave it as any and no additives, but just set the destination for these 4 pots. You're going to want to set them at this first small storage rack shelf right here. Now, I know what you're thinking, that it's not going to be enough space and it's going to get overflowed. Trust me, it will not. I've actually tested this, and the rate that this comes out and the rate that these guys mix these things so fast, this thing will never be full, and it'll be constantly in the mix of always being swapped out, so it'll be perfect. Next up, we have the other 4 mixing pots. So again, just hit, after you do this, just hit enter. Or no, sorry, you hit right click to just deselect them. And then you do 1, 2, 3, 4. To do this again, guys, you hold down Shift and just click. And that's how you select the 4 pots right here. So now you manage these 4 pots and select their destination to this small storage rack right here. So now you have all the pots selected and all their destinations. So you have the first 4 coming here and the other 4 coming. So sorry guys, right here I just forgot to mention in the video that this small storage rack shelf right here, you're going to have to take the stock from this storage rack, so the weed product that comes from the Botanist, that's going to be outputted to this small storage rack right here. You're going to have to take it and put it into the small storage rack that's directly to the right of it in the mixing room right here. You only have to do this though just in case the one to the right does overflow. It does happen, it can happen, but very rarely I've found. And if it does, you just, like I said, you just take it from that shelf and put it into the right shelf, so that way the botanists, the chemists can continue mixing. If not, the workers will just stop working until the botanist plants more and just puts it back in the shelf to the right, and if you don't. Either way, that was like kind of a con of this build, was that you kind of have to act like a fifth handler or a third handler because you're going to be doing a little bit of work. But yeah, like I said, if ever you see some weed buds get in that shelf, just don't hesitate, don't panic. Just put them into the shelf to the right of it, and you'll be good. Don't worry. All right, ciao. Coming right here. After you've done that, all right, you're going to want to go to your first handler. And this is honestly optional. I suggest you make your I suggest you make your first handler be your packager also, because I feel like it works, the whole flow of the bungalow works better like that. So next up, we'll add the roots. Okay, so for the first root, for your first handler right here, this bald guy right here, you're going to want to make him take the supplies from the shelves where the weed's going to be. You're going to want to make it take it from the small storage rack to the first mixing station. So from this mixing station, this is where things are going to get a little bit more complicated. It's going to be easy to follow, don't really worry. Anyways, so first off, this, manage all your mixing stations. You're going to want to set the destination to each other mixing station. So this mixing station to this one, then this one to this one, then this one to this one, then this one to this one, that one to this one to that one, and then that one to the one right here outside. And I'll show you this right now. So this one's destination is set to right here. Then this one, again, set to this one right next to it. Then again, come across, set it right here. Then this one, set right here. This one again, right next to it is the destination. This one's destination comes again right here. And the last one's destination goes right here. And now for the last mixing station's destination, this one's optional. I personally like to put the destination right here because it is a smaller storage rack. So let me just make sure I did that correctly. Hold on. Yeah. So I like to put it to this medium storage rack right here, because once it's right here, the handler will automatically come right away and put it into the packaging station. So this thing won't get overflowed and it won't get stuck. The thing that will get stuck is once this is done and it's packaged into this packaging station right here, you're going to want to set this packaging station's destination to the third shelf right here, because that's where your final product will be and that's where it can overflow. And that's why you want it to have the most storage options, obviously. So that's why I put it right here. So like I said, yeah, manage this packaging station and put its destination to be right here. So after we've done that, now we want to go back to the handler and take him again. And we want to do from this storage shelf to the mixing station, then this storage shelf to the other mixing station, then this storage shelf to this mixing station, then this storage shelf to this mixing station. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other handler. So let's go outside and do that. Alright, so now we're with the other handler. We're adding his roots. We take the first one and we go right here. We go from the storage rack to the mixing station, then again from the storage rack to the mixing station, then repeat, storage rack, mixing station, and then from here we're going to do again storage rack, mixing station. And now with his last route, okay, even I'm drawing a blank right now. With his last route, Oh yes, with his last route, you want to make him grab the product from the shelf right here and bring it to the packaging station. So go right here, take from this shelf to the packaging station. So that way, once your products are done straight from the mixing station, it's going to be right here, and then your handler is going to come get it from right here and then bring it to the packaging station, where your other handler is going to obviously pack it up and then bring it to this shelf right here. So now we want to assign the botanist their supplies and their pots. So for the supplies, we're going to want to go inside and supply them with this front shelf right here, not the back one, but this front one right here, the first one that's easily accessible. I'll show you why later, because it's just easier, and you're going to be constantly restocking this front shelf with the stuff from the back shelf, which you yourself are going to have to be restocking. Anyways, after that, we're going to go back and make her manage the 8 pots that we have. So again, to do this, we're going to want to hold shift and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Then hit enter, and all of our moisture preserving pots are managed by the botanist now. So now that is officially all the workers done, and now we just need to stock our shelves and come back and then pay them, and then the entire thing will be working and up and running, and I'll show you guys how it's running. So let's cut to that right now. Alright, so after a little bit of time restocking all the shelves, or I should say filling the shelves, we have everything that we need to be into place for the workers to start and get to work. So basically, like we have over here, this is going to be, I'm just going to run you through everything and what you're going to need to do. So the first storage racks that are going to be right here next to the pots are going to be your soil and your seeds. Now, for the case of this video, just because I've only used the OG Kush for this example, I'm going to be using only the OG Kush seeds. But if you can maximize your profit by using all different types of seeds, so OG Kush, Sour Diesel, Green Crack, and Granddaddy Purple, if you use all 4. So like I said, this shelf is going to be the supply shelf of the botanist, and basically whenever this shelf runs out, since there's not a 5th handler to resupply this shelf automatically, you're going to have to come to this shelf every like 1 or 2 days in the game and take from this shelf right behind and then restock this front shelf. And then you're obviously going to have to restock this shelf when that one runs out too. You have to do the same thing with all the materials here too. Everything here. So like every day to 2 days in the game, like in game time, you're going to have to come here and restock all your shelves because you don't have a 5th handler to do it. Either way, you would have had to do this with a fully automated setup also. It just wouldn't have been, it would have been like maybe 2 in-game days or 3 in-game days. With this one's, it's less in-game days, but I think this is still an amazing setup, especially for those who are still early on the game and can't afford the barn or the docks properties because they need to do all their growing, all their mixing, and all their stuff in one location. So I think this is a really good setup. So yeah, this is where all your supplies and restocking will be. These are your restocking supplies for the mixing stations, storage racks in here, and this is the recipe right here. We're gonna have oil, cuke, paracetamol, gas, cuke again, batteries, horse semen, and then mega bean. That is your mixing recipe from start to finish, and this is how I did it with my shelves. I put the back shelf as number 1, and then it starts as 1, 2, 3, then this one right here is 4, then this one right here is 5, then this one with the batteries right here is 6, then this one is 7, and that one is 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those are our 8 restocking things. Then it comes through here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, that's everything. So now that everything is set up, we can go here and just pay our workers. Let's just put that in there. And by the time I wake up in the morning, they will all start getting to work, like I will show you in a second. Oh yeah, I forgot to say one thing. So even though this setup is really well optimized to be like pretty much fully automated, you are going to have to do one thing. The only thing is that you're going to have to do is, since again there's not a third handler. Sorry, I think I said fifth before, but since there's not a third handler, the jars that you're going to have over here that I did not put in the shelves by accident, but you're going to have jars here. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, the only downside to this property is that you can't really place a bed in here for yourself to sleep, but I feel like that's going to change in the next update, because Tyler did say that the employees will no longer have beds and they're going to be changed to lockers, which is definitely going to be like a really good way to like free up more space in different properties, such as this one right here, because if these were lockers, I feel like there would be much more space to place your own bed and maybe even some more plants or some more storage shelves or something. But yeah, that's the only downside to this thing, is that you cannot sleep here yourself unless you can place a bed right here and still have the workers go around it. I don't know if that works. I haven't tested it myself exactly. If any of you guys want to try it yourself, feel free and let me know in the comments. Other than that, here's a picture of the bungalow layout, like fully completed. And I'll show you a list too. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And yeah, we're gonna go to bed, and in the morning I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like when all the workers get to work. Alright, so now that I'm back, we just woke up and we set the time back to morning. So now that we just did that, all the workers are getting here. So as you can see, the handlers are gonna come in. They're gonna stock all the mixing stations with the proper mixing ingredients. As you can see right here, this guy's in charge of these 4, then this guy's in charge of these 3 plus the one outside to make 4. So as you can see right here, he's stocking the 4, and that's what they're gonna do. Then once this is done, that's right, they're just gonna leave, and that's pretty much it. Now you just wait for your botanist to plant all these plants, and they're gonna grow, and it'll pretty much be everything else done, and that's it. So here's the botanist now. She's gonna come in, and she's gonna be, like I said, taking from this supply rack, supply shelf, whatever you want to call it, and plant all these plants. That's going to take a couple minutes, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to show her doing it so that way you guys know that it does work. But like I said, the only annoying part is like, let's say an employee, yeah, you see, like right now, she would just, like, I would get stuck or a little glitched out right there, but then I would still be able to walk through. Another downside to this, there is pros and cons that come with this property. Like I said, you can't sleep here, and it will get super messy in here after a while, so I recommend having a trash grabber and just picking up all the trash that the botanist will make. Other than that though, the pros to the setup is that you can get really high quality product pretty early on in the game if you could afford this. Like I said, it was only like 27,000, and if you buy the optional lights, it only goes up to about like just under 30 grand. So it's honestly, it's not too expensive, and you can make it pretty easily. The only annoying part is obviously having to restock everything. But yeah, as you can see, the setup is tight and the botanist is already starting to make a mess. But once that's done, the only thing you need to do is, like I said before, take the jars from the shelves and just put it in the mixing station once the mixing station is done. And that's pretty much it. You come here like at the end of the day in the game, just to put the jars into the thing, and by the end of the day you should have, after like 1 day I had of me coming back here obviously and all the products, I had around, not 2, there was a little bit more, there was probably like, I'd say 3 and a bit or 2 and a bit like I have now, jars of your product that was just mixed through this 8-step mixing process. I could be wrong about that, but I definitely know there was minimum 2 jars, which you could then can go and sell and upsell for the price, like right here. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video, and let me know in the comments what you think of this. Let me know if I can make any improvements, and let me know if you'd like to see some automated or some more efficient setups for the barn and for the ducks. So yeah, that's it. It's your boy VZ, and have a great day, guys. Ciao.